Now let's get it started. Let's get it started.
Play ball!
AMAD scored the hat-trick in the last 8 minutes of that match. They won that game 3-1. Manchester United struggled in the first half, but suddenly, luckily for them, I will use luck because for me it's luck because Southampton missed a whole lot of chances in that game, especially in the first half. They should have been scored at least 2 or 3 goals in that first half at Old Trafford against Manchester United because they were unlucky and they considered 3 goals to lose that game 3-1. Okay, guys, if you look at that game, again, the problem is persisting with Manchester United because if you see that game, you could know that it was just luck. Southampton missed. I can remember this one particular chance where Onana made a double save to keep them in that game. If not, Southampton would have scored maybe 2 or 3 goals in the first half, and if they had scored that, it would have been over. But they couldn't take their chances even early in the second half. Southampton couldn't actually take their chances again. Then suddenly, AMAD scored those 3 goals in the final 10 minutes to win that game 3-1.
Yeah, it's a 12-minute hat trick, and kudos to AMAD. But then Manchester United were totally shambolic. They were totally out of it. I was not impressed at all. How do you let a Southampton who are strapped to the 20th position, anchored hand and foot and thrown into the IC, and you let them come to your home and desecrate the theater of dreams? You know, I'm leaving because they are my neighbors.
You said before the show that it's a theater of dream. Anybody can come and dream there. But if you notice, I think this season Old Trafford has not been a fortress
at all.
For the past 3 seasons.
I think they've struggled at Old Trafford. No, last season the numbers were maybe there or thereabout manageable, but this season it has not been. I think last season and this season the away goals kind of helped them, or the away wins helped them in recent games. But this season you see they went to Liverpool, it was a performance away from home. To Man City was a performance away from home. Arsenal, a performance away from home. Most of the games they've actually done well this season, was away from home. But I think now instead of the players dreaming at Old Trafford or living the dream at Old Trafford, they allowed the opposition live the dream at Old Trafford. Because look at that game, I won't say they lacked enthusiasm because they were enthusiastic to go forward. They were creating chances, but they lacked pace. If you understand, look at Euro. Being dusted behind,
they were dusted well.
Dust and still creates chance. And if the guy actually, if he had actually shot on target, it would have been a goal. No doubt. So look at Euro being dusted. Look at Delete again. You know, if I call the guy, they'll say I don't like him. But personal grievances aside, look at another handball scenario again yesterday night for Delete. Then look at the AMAD. This is a player this is the first person to score. I think is the first person to score a hat-trick
since
Ronaldo. Premier League hat-trick after Ronaldo. Look at the performance over the season. You get some. I think on the live show somebody said if they should employ the Hag and sack him again but it's like we can't take away the credits to Anthony in this one, because after that sub, we saw a spark from that angle. Anthony and AMAD building up a spark to get Man United to where they needed to be to get the goals.
John, if you look at this Manchester United, it's funny that a Southampton fan can come to Old Trafford and dream and dream to win that game, but unluckily for them, because of whatever reason this season, they have been missing chances. They have not been taking their chances. That's why they are where they are, because of this kind of things. But if you look at Manchester United again for Amorin, he has a whole lot of work to do.
He has a lot of work.
Look at all the still the Rashford issues, and they asked him after the show about the Rashford issue. He said, it doesn't bother about Rashford issue, that he's going to work with the players.
Working with the team.
He has, but Jonah, what do you think Amorin should do? Should he do something this January, or he should wait till the summer to do something?
For me, I wouldn't be looking at doing anything outside this window, because summer we are going to have a massive exodus before anybody can come in. Otherwise, otherwise you breach PSR, right? In this January window, you have the opportunity to close deals and then have them join the club in the summer. It's a good deal, because right now the atmosphere of Manchester United is toxic. There are a lot of people that need to go, so you can't bring in fresh new wine into old wine skin. You have to have that detoxification, and then next summer you bring in fresh players who are ready to work. So for me, he has a lot of work to do with the performance aspect. Manchester United conceded yet again through set piece
again. Yes.
2, he has to also deal with, look at the team. Who are the people that have shown you that we are here for you? want to work with you, and who are the people you need to find in to bring in to help you. I like, there's a statement he made yesterday that Euro is a star for him, the future is bright for Euro, that he's a top player. That's fine. I'm liking the vibe, but are the other people in that defense credible enough? Can they withstand a title race next summer? Are they going to be able to fire Man U to a top 4 or title race? Can they? If not, let's profile the right players and bring the right players into the club. Simple.
Coaches will not tell you what their 5 years plan will be.
It doesn't have to be a 5-year plan.
He tells you, this is what I want, this is what I want. And definitely, if you look in the market, you'll see that they are profiling players according to what he wants. You get, and look at where he came from. You can't expect a massive clearance in January's transfer window. You know, but we've heard rumor of Anthony leaving on loan, and Anthony has come out to say, I know they go anywhere, I will stay here, I will fight. That's the mentality of players who want to play for Man United, not because we are paying you heavy money, but because you want to play for the badge, because you want to be part of the, you know, when I said it the earlier time, everybody said no, you want to be part of the history, the rich culture of the club. So it's just the way of life. Manchester and a way of life.
Anthony must go in the summer. Nothing you want tell me.
It's just being part of the way of life.
Anthony must go in the summer.
To be part of that way of life, you need to put up a performance.
Okay, finally,
one game performance. After the rest, you are posting on the sea.
He's been coming in on as a sub.
Yeah, and he's been trying,
and he's been doing well.
Okay, lastly, guys, let's talk about AMAD. AMAD did very well, scoring a hat-trick for a young boy. He's going to be a star boy for Manchester United for a very long time. You know that he just signed a new contract,
yes.
4 years contract with Manchester United. Will keep him to the club at the club for a very, very long time. Good boy, good player. Fantastic boy. I think he's going to be in that conversation with Palmer, Saka, and AMAD. That's going to be the star of the future in the Premier League.
You come on, Garnacho and Kobe.
Who be Garnacho?
Garnacho is not already signing ticket to Ingosungu.
So AMAD played a good game yesterday.
Yeah, sure. He played a good game. First hat-trick in the first Premier League hat-trick.
For him, yes.
For him. And that's, you now say, who scored hat-trick for Man United last? You now say Ronaldo. Like, he's doing well. But all the same, it doesn't. You should not allow the money or the contract issue get in your head, because at some point when they increase your contract to a certain level, you become like you're the big boy, you're the next big boy in town. Nobody can walk your shadow. It becomes a problem. Now you're allowing ego set in. But I feel like his performance so far
is good.
He has been good.
John, what do you make of this guy?
Yeah, his performance has been stellar. I've been seeing it right from the time we were fighting here in the studio. I remember that Ten Hag does not want to give this guy a start. He saved Ten Hag a couple of games and still he was riding the bench. So good to see a young talent shine. Good to see him go well. Hopefully he maintains it and he doesn't do another Rashford.
Yes, that's the thing. If you can maintain it to that, because Rashford started this way, and
we've seen it all before.
And you see where he is now at Manchester United. Okay, let's see what happens. AMAD scored a hat-trick in that game. He is first player to score a hat-trick for Manchester United since Cristiano Ronaldo 3 years ago. Now he scored a hat-trick in that game to spare Manchester United's blushes, because in that game they should have actually at least Southampton should have probably gotten at least 1 point from that game, because they missed a couple of chances. But unfortunately for them, they are rock bottom at the Premier League. Obviously they are going back to Championship. For Manchester United, they are just moved from 13th to 12th. So it's not really a big movement, but they still have a negative goal difference. That means they have scored, they have considered more than they have scored in the Premier League. So let's see if Amorim is going to fix this and if they are continuing this good run in 2025.